I've been pounding the table about this. You've probably been pounding the table about this. And anyone in Bears Nation can probably agree that Bears right guard Nate Davis and offensive line and run game coach Chris Morgan are the problems for the Chicago Bears offense right now. A top 2 rushing offense over the last 2 seasons is dead last in the NFL at the moment. And that's with Chris Morgan getting a promotion. Come on, man. This is unacceptable, and change needs to come to the Chicago Bears, and it can't get any worse than this. And that's why today I'm going to break down what would happen to the Bears if they cut Nate Davis and fire Chris Morgan. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. No cutting around here. If you want the Bears to fire Chris Morgan and cut Nate Davis from the team, smash that like button right now. Along with commenting your reaction if these two do get let go over the next few days, hours, minutes, weeks, months, I don't care, but I want to hear how you guys would react. Along with please hitting that subscribe button on the channel to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news and notifications. And before I get into the breakdown of what would happen if we cut Nate Davis and fire Chris Morgan, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Via. Summer may be ending, but football season is here, and you can keep those vibes very high by switching over and trying Via. Via is a fully legal hemp and cannabis company that distinctly ships to your door in all 50 states. Helps you stay calm during the game or just to the relax after, because we all know our heart rates can get pretty darn high. Via's Relief line is designed to support your relaxation and restoration, and it is the ideal companion to level up your post-game recovery, especially no matter what the outcome is. Via's organic flowers are carefully grown and rigorously tested to ensure the highest quality, and also to make sure that they're free of harsh pesticides and chemicals. And it's the highest quality hemp sourced from trusted, independently owned American farms. Listen, guys, I actually really enjoy this stuff. It helps me after a long day from my 9 to 5 and doing this, but also we know that those Bears games can get a little bit crazy. So to calm down after, because some of our heart rates go way too high, I go with the Cloud9. It's great, and I highly suggest you guys try it. And if you haven't tried it before, I'm giving away a 15% discount code, JAY, at the link in the description now. If you're 21 plus, go check it out. Link in the description now. Use code JAY at checkout to get 15% off your order. All right, guys, let's just get into it. Cutting Nate Davis, number one. One that I have to apologize to loyal follower Joseph R. for saying a few months ago that it was worth it to get rid of his dead cap, even if it cost the Bears $12 million. I said no. Now I'm 100% saying yes. Nate Davis is just a toxic guy for this offensive line right now. You don't hear anyone talking very highly of him. He doesn't look like he wants to be out there. No one's really dabbing him up or doing anything in the huddle. He just is out there, and he's the highest paid offensive lineman on our roster right now. On top of that, our head coach doesn't really like what he's putting out there either. Matt Eberflus has expressed his frustration towards player accountability and effort, and he said that right before he brought up during week 2 that there was an open competition at right guard between Nate Davis and Ryan Bates, who Ryan Bates unfortunately now is on IR at the moment. But you know, Nate Davis is our highest paid offensive lineman at the moment, making over $12 million a year, and this guy is just not doing a good job. Now, before everyone gets bent out of shape, just hang on. Polls did go out on paper, by the way, to improve this offensive line. He did look at Nate Davis, who was a top 10 right guard before the Bears signed him while he was with the Tennessee Titans. He also, the scouting report looked great, healthy guy. Davis had 2 solid seasons prior. So Nate Davis just probably doesn't care anymore. But Ryan Poles definitely did try to address the offensive line position. This one was just a hit and a miss. Could have happened to literally anybody. And if we do cut Nate Davis, it's going to cost us nearly $12 million. But at this point, if we just bench him, he's a nice depth piece, I guess, but he's not going to do anything if we have to end up putting him in. Just the energy that he's bringing right now is definitely the problem. No really winning here if we cut him or not, but I need some change here. I need some positive energy on this offensive line. I am on board to cut Nate Davis now at all costs. And because, you know, he scored a 61.5 PFF grade as a guard who's making $12 million, one of the highest paid guards in the league, completely unacceptable. I think that he just needs a fresh new beginning. I wish him the best of luck if this does happen. Now, the next guy that I want to go into, and I definitely want to see some change here absolutely immediately. And Chris, if you're watching, this is all love, my friend. Chris Morgan might have to get fired because of just how much backtracking this offensive line has done. You had a top 2 rushing offense in the NFL the last 2 seasons without DeAndre Swift and Luke Getsy as your coordinator. And you're telling me that you are doing even worse? You're one of the worst run defenses or offenses in the NFL at the moment. Morgan clearly just either doesn't care, not working with Waldron. It looks like they're on two completely separate pages right now, because the offensive line, I know that it may seem bad. They've shown really good games. They just look confused. They don't know where the play is going. They don't want to give much effort. And Teven Jenkins has even come out and said, hey, there's some tension in the room right now. Not sure how else to get it, according to Sports Mockery, by the way. Overall, Chris Morgan is maybe trying to send a message that he doesn't like what Shane Waldron's doing. I have no idea. I hope not. But we've heard of this drama in the league before. And so far this season, Waldron's offense is terrible. 9 sacks allowed to rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, 21 quarterback pressures, and over 55 combined pressures in 2 games. Leads the NFL. For a team that started to look like things were going in the right direction on offense, this offensive line has definitely taken 5 steps back. When you're also hearing players complain about coaches, not a good sign either, and I don't blame them at all. Maybe the reason is because Nate Davis isn't playing well and Chris Morgan's frustrated with him. I don't know, but that's what you do as a coach. You tell Eberflus, hey, we're switching up the depth chart right here. That is your position. We have DeAndre Swift. We have Khalil Herbert. We have Rashawn Johnson. We keep using Travis Homer. I don't know why. But overall, you are the reason why this offensive line is performing the way it is. You practice like you play. Not a good way for Chris Morgan. He needs to lead a better practice or he's absolutely gone. But what's the most frustrating part, too, is that he was one of the best offensive line coaches in the 2010s entering the 2020s. When he was a part of the Falcons, they had the top 10 offensive line 4 of his 5 years as the offensive line coach. He goes to Pittsburgh, they're top 12 for all 3 years. Comes to Chicago, not good stuff here. Clearly a disconnection between whether it be Waldron and Morgan is offensive line. There needs to be a change ASAP. This is terrible. I'm frustrated with it. Something's going on in House Hall, and there needs to be a change made absolutely ASAP because Caleb Williams is going to get killed out there. He's going to get bad habits. This offensive unit is not going to do anything, and we're going to waste a ton of great talent. And guys, I want to hear everyone's thoughts on the matter because I am just as frustrated as you guys are, and I think that there needs to be a solid change here as soon as possible. It's early, I know, but the need to get rid of these bad habits before they become daily needs to get done now. I hope the Bears are at House Hall right now working through all these different issues. I'm not the coach. I'm not there. But something has to change immediately, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. But with that, thank you, as always, for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. We'll be back tomorrow going through what the new look offensive line might be, so you guys are definitely want to stick around for that. But with that, thank you, as always, for this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. Have a great day. Have a great night. I don't know when you guys are watching, but wherever you are, thank you for watching. As always, make sure you hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. With that, thank you, as always, for tuning in, and bear down, baby.